So Antichamber any percent walkthrough. Click the first room that shows up, leap of faith, and just jump off, head straight to the bottom. Make sure you're not standing too close to this edge or you'll hit here. So just head all the way to the bottom. Land right in front of this opening and walk forwards. Watch the right side of the screen for a little white circle to flash by. And once that does, you can start walking to the left. And wait for the little flash of red to appear in front of you. Once you walk forward enough, you can walk to the right side and you'll get right behind this window. Turn and go through the window. Pick up the blue gun and hit escape. The next place you want to go to is Leap of Faith again. Turn around and watch the eye for a while. Once it gets near about to open, you want to stand to either the right or the left or the right side and just be holding forward and right or forward and left. And you want to line up your reticle so that you can pick up the cube on the opposite side of where you are, and then turn to pick up the cube on the side that you are. Walk forwards and then solve this puzzle as regular, placing the cubes forward and backward, or forward, picking up the cube behind it until you get a cube in the center and the door opens. Walk enough to the side so that you can still be able to pick up this cube, and you want to place the cube that you have in between the blue and black colors. That's where the door is positioned. And then grab this cube, and as you're walking through this door, you want to pick up this cube and walk through. Place, and right when sign number 6 loads, if you have the sign tracker, or if you don't, right when you pass this corner, hit escape. So right there, sign 7 loads, just past this corner, hit escape, turn around, and learning to draw is where you want to go next. This places you right on top of the green gun. You hear the green gun sound and you see gun green show up in the sign tracker. Hit escape and back to go to Leap of Faith, or I jumped too far. My bad, I jumped too far. Pretty much in line with learning to draw. And then just walk forwards. Make sure you're off to one of the sides so that you don't get trapped by the wall or stuck behind the wall. Make sure you're off to the side. And just go down this hallway and turn to the left. Make sure you're looking at the eye as soon as possible. Start holding shift. And you want to be off to one of the sides of the eye so that you can get through it as quickly as possible. Either hold shift here or shift toggle, where you just kind of tap shift and then jump across the bridge once you get around halfway. Right here comes pretty much one of the most difficult tricks in the run. It's called laser skip. What you want to do is pick up this cube and jump over the second laser. So start holding right click and pick up this cube. While you're walking around the side, you want to place the cube, jump over the laser. It's hard to time and difficult to actually perform sometimes. And this cube can be placed, make sure it's 3 slots up from the floor, and you want to place it here or anywhere back from there. The slots from here and back are easier usually than the slots from here to the laser. So usually you want to place it here. I usually aim for under the laser. That's easiest for me to get it. And you want to make sure you're not coming at too far of an angle. You want to come pretty much directly at it and then jump right over. So if you need to, come at it from an angle and then turn your camera afterwards. And from there, after getting laser skip, what you want to do, safety strats are, if you do fail it and you just end up here, you can jump on top of the cube If it's here or forward, you can jump on top of the cube and then just jump over the laser in two completely separate jumps. That's more race strats or something like that. If you fail it and don't want to stop a run, you can do that pretty quickly. After laser skip, walk forward so this sign loads, or if you don't have a sign tracker, walk until you're about in line with it, and then you want to hit escape and go to managing resources. While you're walking forwards, you want to pick up those two cubes, these two and that cube, and then draw across here like this, and walk forward enough so that you can get an angle something like this. And then you want to place a cube, take, place, take, place, take, place, take, place, take, enough so that you can get 4 extra cubes from that line. So place up here, and then just drag down to over here, and then drag up. I did it 5 times instead of 4, so I have an extra cube, which is helpful for showing how to do this puzzle. So for this, there's 3 different ways to do it. I'll show 2, and the third one doesn't really matter too much, but I'll show it anyway. The fastest way to do this one is to drag from this cube towards the middle, and then pick up this third cube before the chain reaches that cube. So drag those 3, and then pick up this one, and then walk through, grab that cube, and yellow gun. The other ways to do it is to pick up this cube, and then this cube in order quickly, and then the door will open enough for you to get through. That cube and yellow gun. And then the third way to do it is to pick up this cube and then these 2 together, so like that, and door opens, this cube and yellow gun. So the first way is fastest, with dragging across 3 here and then taking the last one. That's the fastest way to do it. And then the other 2 are about equal, even though all 3 are pretty much the same timings. And yellow gun, escape. From yellow gun, head to a jump too far, turn around, and just hold right click, strafe forward and backward until you can grab that cube. And then you want to turn around, look up, and shoot on this side, the side opposite from where you are. Not this side, because that'll make the cube sometimes appear behind the letters and it'll be harder to pick up. So you want to make sure you shoot it on this side of the letters. So shoot it and then hit escape right afterward, and then map to leap of faith, and you'll see the cubes there. If you do it quickly enough, the cube won't be there and it'll appear after you've already mapped. So then you just want to start holding right click while walking backwards and wait for the cube to appear. So grab the cube and then place it, middle click, get on top, and drag it upwards. Pretty much anywhere you aim, as long as it's on the blue ceiling, should be fine. And jump over to this puzzle. There's 2 ways to do this one, the fastest of which is to take this cube, drag these over, up, take the top, and drag it down. And now it's safe, its chain respawns. So you have to do all that before this chain respawns, and then drag this over. From there, you want to drag this chain up to here, so you get a sideways S pattern, and then drag from here over, so it selects this cube, and then drag up to the laser or further, as long as it's kind of on this wall somewhere around here. It's safe and it'll open the door. The slower strat for this one is to drag across, drag up, take the cube, drag down and across before that one respawns, and then take this cube and drag across, drag down to this slot so you get this pattern, drag from here down and up, and then drag from here diagonal and across. That's a lot slower than the other way, but if you're having trouble doing it this way, then you can do it the slower way. And that's much faster. Red gun, escape, and back to a jump too far. Turn around, and again you want to grab a cube from under the door, so just strafe forward, backward while holding right mouse, and then make sure you're standing far enough away and place it right there in the middle slot on the little step up. Drag here up to here, or anywhere on the wall is good, so it starts deleting this chain, and then you can walk through. As soon as this door opens, you can hit escape, and then you want to go to the chase, which is right here. From here it's pretty linear. There is one little trick right here where you want to jump on the jump pad and hit the very edge where you see the black showing up. You want to hit the very edge so it goes further down, and you can get up here with one jump rather than two. But if you do jump on it and fail that, you can just jump again right after you touch it. So just jump again, and it'll go. Usually it'll go far enough down that you can get up here in the second jump. But you want to try and get one jump so that you avoid having to jump a second time and wasting that time. That just takes practice getting your jump timing right and then landing in the correct position. You can also do it on the sides of the jump pad instead of the front. I just prefer the front, but if you want more space in that direction to try and get it, rather than more space in this direction trying to get it, then go for the sides. I just prefer the front. You can go whichever one you want, just as long as you can get it down in one jump. So from here, assuming you've played through the game, you know which one to go in. You go in black, and then you don't even need to turn, just head into white. And from here, it's pretty extremely linear. Just go around. You don't need to touch the circles. You don't need to walk up to the circle to go backwards. Just walk backwards. You don't need to walk up to the circle. A lot of people get that confused. You don't need to touch the circles. So this section, if you look at the eye from out here, it won't ever actually open because the room in front of you isn't actually there. And this is a portal into this room. Right in front of you is a portal into this green room. So looking away from the eye until you enter the room is faster. The eye will open much quicker if you're not looking at it when you enter the room. You see how much longer it takes to start opening rather than when you walk in and look at it. So what you want to do is walk in, look at the eye, and then get on the jump pad. It's much faster than looking at it to begin with. Either side here doesn't really matter. I just prefer the left side. You want to hold shift the whole time or shift toggle, whichever you prefer. You can start running from halfway across this bridge all the way up, but I'm just going to show you the route while holding shift and then go back and do it more quickly. So you want to walk along here and then walk into the exit. Hey Parsnip, I'm remaking the 80% walkthrough finally. So you can actually let go of shift right here and then run all the way up along that path. But usually I'll let go of shift right here or right here if I'm way ahead and I don't want to fall down here. I'll let go of shift at these stairs, and if I don't really care too much, or if I'm ahead enough that I want to gain some time, then I'll let go of shift here. So if you let go of shift here, you just run up the stairs and along, and then just walk. You don't need to jump. Jumping doesn't save any time, and it doesn't lose any time. So it pretty much, if you jump, then you can hit the wall and slide off. You don't want to do that. And there is one other way to do this. I don't guarantee that I'll get it, and it doesn't save or lose any time at all. it's just flashy if you get it. Same exact thing, except you want to walk along the center path and then stand off to one edge and then jump towards the middle once the wall starts disappearing. So it's a lot harder to pull off, and you actually start walking yeah, like that. You can't let go of shift early on. You have to let go of shift a little later so that you don't fall in the middle here when it breaks. When it breaks in the middle here, you don't want to fall there. So you have to start running later on so that you can jump over that before getting this jump. It's just flashy and it doesn't really save or lose any time at all. Usually you would just do it the first way. So right here, once this sign loads, once you're in line with it, hit escape, and you can go into the escape, skipping this little hallway here. And again, it's all pretty linear here. There's a couple tricks. That's about it. No guarantee I pull off any of this stuff first try. Some of it is pretty difficult. Most of it is pretty difficult. These doors can sometimes glitch where standing in the laser like this doesn't activate the door, so you just have to walk out of the laser and walk back in it. Right here is a little skip where you don't have to go all the way down there to get cubes. You have to line yourself up and then just hold right mouse and jump so that you can grab a cube here. You want to grab 2 cubes and then just make more. Really, you only need to make more twice, as long as you fully make cubes both those times. I guess I'll show all the strats that we have here. Slowest of them, I'll start slowest. Filling the entire thing and pulling it out. You really never want to do that. So pulling it out would be like middle mouse pulling it out. But I don't want the cubes out of here because that'll just make it more difficult to show off the other strats. Second slowest is filling both sides up this far and just right mouse picking up both of them. Next is filling up this, picking it, filling up to there, and then middle and right on that side. That's really fast and hard to pull off until you practice it. So I'll show it again. You fill up to here, and then what you're doing on this side is filling up to here, and then middle, and then right, just enough to pull out those edges right after you break this with just right mouse. So break this with right mouse, and then this and that. So you're just holding down middle mouse and filling up that much. So break this with right mouse, and then just hold middle and left, right. Slowest for this is filling it all the way up and then pulling it out, middle mouse style, all the way out. Next fastest for this is filling it all the way up. While you're filling, aim down here and watch this cube up here. Once that cube's filled, let go, and then just hold right mouse for this cube, and that cube, and then the door will open. That one's fairly easy and very forgiving, so once that fills, just break those 3. You can waste a lot of time here, so you can even let go of right mouse for the second set of cubes. As long as you break these 2 before this chain gets to around here, you're good. This next one is the fastest, and no guarantee I get this first try. You fill it all, and then you're going to right mouse and middle mouse to suck out just like this cube or just these 2, and then you're going to break this cube, and this cube with right mouse only. So fill it all the way up, take out that, and then break those 3. See, I didn't get it in time. But fill it all the way up, just a little bit, and then get those 3. The door will open just enough for you to get through. So that's the fastest way to do it. I suggest not doing that at all. But this other way is about the same speed. You're just waiting for the door to open instead of going through it as soon as you can break the cubes. So with this way, you're going through it as soon as you can break the cubes, which, you know, most times you're not going to get it at all. So I suggest not doing that fastest one until you practice the second one I showed, where you fill it up and then take out just 3 cubes individually. That one's a lot easier. So right here, what you want to do is place a cube somewhere near this back corner. Just anywhere here. It doesn't have to be on the edge, just anywhere in the back corner. And you want to try and get a 1 jump here as well, which I usually rarely get, but you want to get the 1 jump and then stand under the cube, and the jump pad will push you up into the cube, clipping you through it. So if you can get 1 jump on it, great. If you can't, then just jump down far enough to get underneath the cube. You want to place the cube before you jump, and yeah. So right here, you want to start placing cubes. That's about enough, and then jump through here. Grab cubes from here, and you want to be standing on top of this slot. You don't want to be standing way back here. It's pretty impossible to get the cubes in the slot. You want to be standing right on top of the slot. It's really easy to put cubes in the slot. Fastest way to do it is to grab here and then aim at the edge of the field, and then jump out and get across here before the cubes get to the end. And you want to just hold backwards while holding middle mouse and right mouse. So just hold backwards until it lines you up. And it's kind of a thing you just learn and pick up. I haven't practiced it very much, so it takes me a little while. 2 cubes is all you need. So I'll just leave these 2 here and show the other strat. Let me just get these out of here first. Okay, 2 cubes is all you need, but the other strat for this one is once you fill a little bit here, grab and hold middle mouse all the way until here. You don't have to aim at this corner, just aim somewhere on the wall past the puzzle, just anywhere on the wall. There's huge area. You don't have to be precise at all. And then you want to stand somewhere around here and then aim right around here while the cubes are coming. But since mine are already through, then you can pick them up here. You only need 2 cubes, so I'm just gonna leave these here. 3 is ideal, but if you only have 2, then 2 is fine. But you do need at least 2. You want to place 1 here and drag it up. If you have only 2 cubes, you want to turn around and grab the cube while you're walking into here. If you have 3, so let's just assume you have 3. So you would use 1 to drag to bring you up, and then you would have 2 left over. And you need at least 2 to put in here. So either you have 2 and you pick up the one that you use to elevate her up, or you have 3 and you just leave that one alone. They're both the same speed as long as you can accurately grab the cube and get in here while facing backwards. You just need to get 2 cubes into this puzzle. Not really a puzzle, but just into this area. Grab 2 and then just turn right, and make sure you do that 2 complete times, and that's enough cubes to fill all these. What you want to do is, while you're filling the puzzle, aim for the next one so you can see kind of where you need to aim, and you just kind of learn where to aim through doing runs. So you just practice where to aim. Right here you want to shoot down the hall, and I know I took time to aim there, but really what you want to do is walk around the corner, aim, and shoot down the hall so you don't have to wait for the door to open. From here, you want to be holding backwards while you're grabbing the black cube, or black ghost, whatever. And then from there, you can either turn and place the ghost here or here. Let me just tell you, placing it on this side is easier if you're going to do it the fast strat way. Fast strat way is to jump off right now without the cube and land here on the black floor and then jump off again while you're falling backwards. Hold backwards and grab the cube while you're falling and then land on top of the dome. Slower strats is to grab the cube now and then do all the stuff that I'm gonna do. So slower strats is to take the time to grab the cube now and then jump off. So if you jump off now, you want to land here, and then while the dome's opening, jump off, grab the cube while holding backwards, so you land on top of the dome. And I just failed because I wasn't holding backwards the whole time. But you want to be able to land on top of the dome and then shoot the cube, and then that's when time would end, right when the black cube touches the gray cube. So essentially what you want to do is place the cube, jump over the edge, land on the floor around the dome, and then jump off again, grab the cube while you're falling, and be holding backwards so you land on top of the dome that second time that you're falling. And then slower strats is to place the cube, grab it and jump, or jump and grab it, and then land on the floor around the dome, and then jump off again and just land on top of the dome. You don't have to worry about picking up the cube since you already have it, but it is slower because you waste the time picking up the cube. So let me just see if I can show the faster strats for the see if I can properly show the fast strats for the end, since I failed them that time. So right here you want to be grabbing the black cube, place it, this side is easier, and you don't want to pick up the cube unless you're going for slow strats. You just want to jump off, not even jump, just walk, and then grab the cube while holding backwards. And obviously you wouldn't land here, you would land on the dome. Still failed, tried to do it properly, and then that's when time would end. And then I can show the slower strats for it as well, which is usually what I use because I'm not too good, if you can't already tell, I'm not too good at the faster strats for the end. So the slower strats, which is usually what I use, it doesn't waste too much time, maybe about a second, is to place the cube and then grab it as you walk off. So right here, grab it as you walk off, and then just hold backwards and land on top of the dome. That's a lot easier to do than trying to grab it in the air. But if you practice it enough, then it should be easy, and then time end. So that's the 80% route with updated strats currently as of the 30th of July. So that's what we currently use.